have a story to tell, and we all deserve the opportunity to share it with the world. And that's kind of what we're doing here at Belasprii. So I'm Laura Lynn, the founder of Belasprii Productions. It's a creative sanctuary and a production house for seekers, for artists, for storytellers, for researchers, for anybody who has a story that they want to share in any medium. So it could be through art, through poetry, through literature, through dance, through film, through all these different mediums. And yeah, Belasprii is here to not only help you market your projects that you've already created, but to also help you start at the beginning. The other night, I was driving around downtown LA with my family, and it was so incredible to get like a snapshot of these people's nights, Saturday night, right? And it was so incredible to drive around the city and to witness hundreds of stories. Like everybody has a story from that night, and seeing like the different pockets of LA and the different streets and the different people. It was really beautiful to see this group of people in downtown LA on this particular night at this particular time, then to be able to zoom out and to say everybody had a Saturday night experience, you know? Like, what if we all said what we did on Saturday night and made a story out of that? And so that's really what Belasprii is here for, is like to connect people so we can work on these projects together, um, and to be able to uplift people who are barely getting started. So, a little bit about me. I have written multiple books. I have a bunch of guided journals out. I have two podcasts and a show that are out on YouTube and now here on Belasprii, so it'll be the fourth. And I love giving birth to ideas. And so that's what I'm here to help you do. If you found this video, it means that you probably have something that's like stirring up inside of you. You're getting like this little push, this little nudge, this little whisper. And you may just need like someone to hold your hand as you enter this world of the creatives. And we're going to be working with this Leo energy that we have right now, since it is Leo season. If you're watching this at a time when it isn't Leo anymore, it doesn't matter, because we all have these Leo traits within us. And so that's why this episode is called The Spark That Dares. There are three programs that I have here at Belasprii. So the first one is Spark, if you have an idea that you're ready to bring out into the physical. Then we have Glow, where you have already finished your idea. Now it's just about allowing it to glow and to grow and to attract the right people. And then we have the third one is called Shine. And this is to really work within, do some inner child healing or any other kind of spiritual healing. We bring in astrology, we bring in tarot, all of these different things. Psychology is also in there, just to really uplift you and empower you, because you're only ever going to get as famous as you can regulate your nervous system. And the way to regulate your nervous system is to take care of that inner child that you have inside. And so that's what that program is designed to do. So every week I'm going to be alternating each ones, and then on the fourth week I'll be taking one-on-ones. So if you're watching this and you want to book a one-on-one with me, you can check it out at the Arnellian, and it'll be listed below. So again, welcome. So happy that you're here. So yeah, let's jump right in. So a little bit about Leo. Leo is about having the courage to be seen. It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone while still being grounded in it. Some of the work that I do with my research, my PhD, with intuition and education and ways of knowing and things like that, I learned that Leo is the one that actually uplifts the tradition. But what people don't see is that Leo then takes it a step further. Being a Latina, sometimes you feel like you're not enough. Like, if I don't like guacamole, then I can't be, then I'm not Mexican enough. Or if I don't speak Spanish, then I'm not Mexican enough. And I do speak Spanish, and I still feel like I'm not Mexican enough because like I feel like I don't speak it the way that they do in Mexico. But the thing is that that's okay. I'm not supposed to speak it the way that people speak it in Mexico. I'm supposed to speak it like how I want to speak it here in America. And so it's taking the tradition that you already know that you feel comfortable with, but then bringing it up to the next level. And that's really what we're trying to do here on the Spark That Dares. So you have this spark within you, and now it's just about having the courage to be seen. So we have to look at the shadow sides, right? Like, why don't you want this idea to come out? Or maybe you really badly do want to have this idea come out, but you're a victim to self sabotage. So it's like really getting into this shadow work that we're able to overcome that and allow ourselves to be seen and to really allow our true selves to come out without feeling like someone's just gonna squish us back down, because this is why it's important to do things in numbers, because the more of us that are here and that have this courage to be seen, the more that we really are bringing light to the world. That's what I love about Leo. So wherever it is that you have Leo on your chart, that is where you need to bring light to, or that you naturally already do. It's not, oh, another thing to add on my list. It's like by being your true self, it's gonna just naturally come out. So, Leo rules the heart, self expression, performance, and creative radiance. So, it's about stepping into the spotlight, not with ego, but with authenticity, with play, with soul, and to actually like fully express. I think that's like the number one thing with Leo is that Leo just wants to express and be itself. So now I want you to think about your boldest idea, like the crazy thing that you might not have even ever said out loud, but you know that it's in your heart and you know that it's dying to come out. And it could be a dream, it could be a fantasy, it could be something that you think that in a million years this could never happen, but it'd be super cool if it did. So, like that kind of stuff. Like, I want you to dream bigger than your biggest dream. Think about like everybody wants to have a nice house. Everybody wants to have a nice car. Everybody wants to be able to go out and experience the things that they want to do. I want you to get even bigger than that. Like, what do you want to do? Back when I was a middle school teacher, I'd always tell my students that like what do you want to do that's going to change the world? And I think that's what's part of the beautiful thing here about on Belasprii is that we are change makers. Our art is literally changing the world. I don't know if you've ever seen this thing, but it's, you know how you spell earth, and if in the middle it says art, and so if you take out the art, it says eh. So the earth without art is just eh. So it is important. Like I feel like people say that like art is just frivolous and it's just a waste of time and you're never gonna make any money off of it. Like, okay, push that aside. You're here to express. You're not here to for any of the other reasons. You're here to express this is what's inside of my soul. Here it is. And if you vibe with it, cool. And if you don't, bye. Like let them just roll down the hill, right? Because the people that do, that will fuck with it, are the people that are going to uplift you and support you, and before you know it the money's going to come rolling in. But it's really about coming from your heart space and allowing it to come out, and that's why again it's the spark that dares. So we're creating from joy, not just from duty. You could even light some candles, do some short breath work, and what I love to do is the 4 points. So what you do, I don't have a candle right now, but you get yourself a candle, and preferably white. I don't know why that's like standing out in my head really right now. But a white candle, maybe it's like new beginnings is what white typically means, or like a purification or like innocence. So like it's this spark that is wanting to come out, and so we're kind of luring it out with this fire and like bringing out that inner fire that you have inside. So this candle, right? Then you light the flame. I like talking to my flames, and like I ask for a name and like a message that they might be wanting to give me. Um, yeah, I really love it. I love working with matches. I feel like they have more of a personality versus like a lighter that's always kind of the same. But anyway, Um, you light your candle, and then when you breathe in along the side of this side. So you breathe in, you hold it as you look across, and then breathe out. Hold it as you look across. So pretend that this is the candle, so you're just like looking, and then at the top, you get to like do like a little wish or talk to the flame on top. So you do a whole square, come back up to the top, and have a little chat. Maybe if you're like just getting started, this might be a little weird for you, a little too witchy for you. But just trust it, just go with it. If you want to not feel alone with like feeling weird talking to um, I would say inanimate objects, but they're not inanimate. Like they're very much alive, or else I wouldn't be talking to them. But Carlos Castaneda has like a weird time talking to plants until he doesn't. So then he has a good time with the plants. And I do that too. But oh, I didn't even mention I am a Leo, so it's also very fitting for me to be here talking about the spark that roars because I have brought that spark to life. But I also have a Leo Chiron, which is that I'm a wounded healer. Like, I know what you're going through if you are scared about getting this thing out and like what that means and facing your fears and all that kind of stuff. Like, I've been doing that for the last 5 years as I brought these four companies to life. Um, so like I know what you feel like. I know I get it. But then I'm also a Leo sun, so I feel like I'm finally stepping into this sun energy and I couldn't be more happy today when I got dressed. I was like, how can I look the most Belasprii? And so I have this like clip in my hair, this gold butterfly. I don't know if you could see it, but it's there. I put some gold jewelry on. Oh, and I completely took it off because I was hot. But I have my gold watch, and then I am married, and so I have my gold rings here. But put that on just like to make you feel your best you, and I feel like that's also a very Leo thing. But then the color, so like with my butterfly back here, and then I'm wearing a white skirt with this top. These are very Belasprii colors. Belasprii is the butterfly, which is our logo, and she had to transform. A whole like series about her is gonna come out soon, but in the meantime, let me just tell you about her. She was a caterpillar, obviously, at one point, and she was just Bella. And everybody always made fun of her because she said, like, everyone just thought she was a worm, right? And she was like, no, one day I'm gonna grow wings and I'm gonna fly like those, like the butterflies. And they were like, okay, like, no, you're not. Like, you're delusional. But she did it. And now she's this beautiful butterfly, and now she goes by the name of Belasprii with two eyes because one is like the normal Belasprii, but then the other one is that caterpillar that had to inch its way over and then turn into a chrysalis and then be able to fly away. And so that second eye there is to remember where we come from. Like I was talking about earlier with Leo, is that they are very grounded in their culture and their tradition and their community, yet they're reinventing it in their own unique soul expressive way. And that's what's really cool about Leo. So once we lit the candle, we do some short breath work, call it in. You're starting to feel your fire. Another thing that you can do, if you shake, move your hands together like this, don't say shake them, when you bring your hands together like this, you start to feel some heat and then you can kind of play with it. It kind of feels like if you had glue or like slime and you can kind of feel the way that it's like separating. So just like something fun to like get to know your own energy and to be able to play with your own energy and then you can like grow it. It's hard to focus. And then what I like to do is once I grow it on the outside, I put it back in the inside. And that's how I call in my inner fire. But you can also do the candle. There's a bunch of different things that you can do. Um, so now that you have your notebook, your Leo reflection question is how do you express love through your creativity? So let's do a quick right for that, I'm literally gonna do it with you. And once you have that one done, then you can work on the second one. And the second prompt is, if I wasn't afraid of being too much, what would I create? And the best part about this is that you don't even, it doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to make sense. Just put it down. I normally don't share, or like I don't plan on sharing what I'm gonna write in the future, but for some reason I'm getting called to share mine right now. The first one I wrote, I am love. So when I create, I bring more of that out into the world. And so it just really made me think about like being a co-creator with spirit, that if I'm not co-creating, I'm just allowing things to happen to me. And that's more of like a fear-based than a love, coming from a self-love space. Um, so I think that that's like how I express it. Like by expressing outward the things that I love, the things that I do, then more people can find that love within themselves. That's interesting. I'm glad I said it out loud. So maybe write it and then like talk it out loud too, because that really helped me right now. And then for number two, if I wasn't afraid of being too much, what would I create? A place where I could bring out the too muchness that people hold back. I think that we're all too much. We're all multidimensional. We all are polymaths. We all love a little of everything, and like love seeing it from like different angles. So even if you're super specialized and go deep down, you still have to see everything as you're going down. You know what I mean? So I would love to create a space where it like extracts it out of people, or like create like a safe space, so that people would just naturally not hold back. And I really think that that comes by leading from example. And I feel like that's what's also really cool about Leos, is that we're leaders. And like I said, wherever it is that you have Leo on your chart, even if you don't have any planets, you have it somewhere in your chart. If you don't know and you want to book with me, it's also, you'll find it below, and I can do a whole reading for you. But with Leo, about being a leader, it's that we know the way because we're rooted in tradition. So if a Leo isn't rooted in tradition and isn't rooted in culture, they may lead you astray. And I think that's like where Leos get like, oh, we're all full of ego and we're all very dramatic and all of that kind of stuff. I think that comes from not being rooted. And if you do need help being rooted, go check out Grounded Spirits. It's a podcast where I help dreamers and gardeners self actualize. And it's a double entendre in both senses. So if you know, you know. Um, and I didn't mean for me to like bring up all these other things, but I genuinely think that they can help you. And if they are a part of me, why would I not want to share it with you? So I'm sorry if it sounds salesy at all, because I don't mean it that way at all. Like, I genuinely just want to help you bring this stuff out, because if we look around our world, everything from headphones to a notebook to this water bottle, everything came from somebody's mind and brought it into the physical world. So imagine if good hearted people were doing that. If the idea that you have in your head is there for a reason, right? So, like, why not tease it out and bring it out and see if maybe one day you can? Even like I said, this thing sounds crazy. Like, how would I find like create a space where I could extract these things? But maybe through my four companies, if you engage with all four of them, you will be able to bring all these out and have this like too muchness that's okay, and that you're loved for instead. So now we're going to do a guided meditation. Allow whatever it is that you're seated on or laying on or standing on to hold you. The ground is there for your protection. It's cradling you like a baby. To get more and more comfortable, close your eyes, really feel back into it. Please know that you are held and that you are safe and that it's okay to be too much. So now I want you to imagine a stage. What does it look like? Do you see the audience? Are you in the audience? Is there a microphone? What would you do up on that stage with everybody watching? How do you feel? If you're on stage doing whatever it is that you are, how does it feel to be doing that thing in front of everybody? If you're in the audience, what are you watching? Who is up on stage? What are they doing? Are they creating? This is the soul of your idea. Whatever you saw up on that stage is what you're really meant to be doing. At least in this instant right now. Being a multidimensional being, there's a million things that you should be doing. But for right now, whatever it is that you saw on that stage, that is the soul of the idea that is coming to you right now. When you're ready, open your eyes and use this time to free write, to sketch, to envision even a brighter, bolder, louder version of this idea. This idea came to you for a reason. Only you can bring it out into the physical in its totality. It's the beauty of having inner fire. And we all have it. It's all within our souls, within our bodies. So this is the end of the video. Please let me know how it went and check out the website, The Arnellian, for next steps, for some reflection questions, some journal prompts, and affirmations will also be on there. And yeah, a bunch of extra bonuses so that you can further develop this idea, as well as any of the links that I mentioned on today's episode. They'll all be in there as well. So again, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week when we talk about glow. For this class, for Spark, will be in a month when we're in Virgo season. So every month we'll have something guiding us with the zodiac. What's really cool about multidimensional people that know that they are, because I think that everybody is multidimensional, but when you become aware of it, is that you will usually have a couple projects at a time. So, one project you might be needing help bringing it out. But another project just came out of you naturally, let's say. And so that's what Glow is about, where we're going to magnetize with majesty since it is here in the Leo season. So we're going to be sharing your work like it's a gift and really promoting that self love, that joy, and the unapologetic nature of Leo. So I hope I'll see you next week. Once again, I'm Laura Lynn, and this is Belasprii Productions. Bye, everybody.